Hi and welcome! It's the weird mermaid lady from the Morror episodes that just came out. Well, they just came out maybe for you if you found this video for that reason, but they're coming out tonight. I haven't actually seen any of them. They are due to be released tonight, Monday, 7:30 p.m., Channel 10, and tomorrow night, Tuesday. So it hasn't happened yet. I want to preface this with the Morror episode I'm talking about has not happened yet. I decided to film this video more as, I guess, contingency, I suppose, in a way, because I'm a little bit concerned about the way it's being presented at the moment in all of its lead-up promo stuff. Now, when they approached me to work on it, they very much focused on it being about social media, parasocial relationships. That was like what they told me it was going to be about the potential good side as well as the bad side of social media, particularly talking about like the parasocial relationships with Onlyfans, because I'm there on the love side, which is presenting tonight, which is why I'm a little bit nervous. Just a teeny bit nervous right now. It's being presented tonight for the Onlyfans thing. And then today, my sister saw one of the promo posts for it, and she sent me the little trailer. I'm in the trailer for like literally 1 second. It's nothing. It's me in the off-air twirling. But the way the story and the narrative was presented seemed a little bit concerning. So she was a little concerned. She also isn't a big fan of Todd Sampson to begin with. Okay. Oh, and another little disclaimer, speaking about how apparently not many people are fans of Todd Sampson, but I only just realized like an hour ago about those photos where he's chummy with the neo-Nazis. I did not know any of that. None of that. No, not like associating with that at all. I had no idea who Tom Sampson was. Honestly, I had a great time with the filming set. The people recording, the whole team were lovely, including Todd. Todd was perfectly nice to me. I had a perfectly fine time. Cannot say anything bad about them. The filming experience was a positive one. It was a good one. I didn't have any bad experiences personally. And so I had no idea about some of the controversies that he's already involved with and why so many people dislike him in the first place. I admit I probably should have done a little bit of research at the time, but I was granted the opportunity. I was just moved house, literally just moved house into a new place. So it was a mind fart moment. So yeah, did not know about any of that. Like, first little thing in there. And the second thing is they did like promote it to me as being again about social media and the love-hate relationship. If anything, this article by Refinery, Morror, Love and Hate uncovers our toxic relationships with social media. That was essentially the spiel they gave me. That was the impression I was under. It's also, ironically enough, the only one that really mentions me so far, which I think is good. And it's just in episode 1 focused on the theme of love. Sampson zooms in on various topics such as OnlyFans, social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok, virtual relationships, influencers, and chatting online. 2 interviewees include former Big Brother contestant Tilly and another person, Avalon, that's me, who offers mermaid fantasies. How lucky am I that I actually had this dress with me too? Mermaid. The reason I mention why it's lucky is because I do various side gigs. And one of my side gigs is pet sitting and house sitting, which I don't think I've ever actually mentioned on here. I haven't posted on my YouTube in a year, so it has been a while. So I am currently at the tail end of a very long house sitting period where I'm looking after 2 adorable, gorgeous cats. It's why I'm filming outside, because I don't have a ring light. It's really grey and stormy and rainy, so the lighting isn't great inside. I also don't have my proper makeup or my microphone, and I really hope the outside noises isn't too bad. Fingers crossed, this is all just going to be on my phone. So I didn't bring my stuff because I wasn't anticipating this. I found out this episode was finally out because it got filmed like 7 months ago. Or they contacted me 7 months ago. It got filmed about 6 months ago. I only found out on Saturday. Today it's Monday. So I found out on Saturday. They sent the email late on Friday night. I saw it on Saturday. So I wasn't prepared, and I've already been here a couple of weeks, so I didn't bring stuff. So yeah, but still, thank goodness I wear a lot of mermaid stuff. I got my mermaid dress on that you can see. Mermaid. Really, that's just because I wear a lot of clothing that either has Disney on it, cute animal prints on it, or is mermaid themed. Just a lot of my clothes happens to be mermaid themed. But what was I gonna say? I got sidetracked. I'm sorry. This is unscripted, unrehearsed, unplanned. And the reason why it's unscripted, unrehearsed, and unplanned was, I'm not gonna lie, a little part of me was concerned about this series coming out, largely because there was a moment on the beach where I was a mermaid, everything, I had my full-size bikini top on, everything is completely tame to be on a very, very public beach. We're on Surfers Paradise on the Gold Coast, one of the most famous beaches in the world. Everything is totally tame. I was in a mermaid towel. I really hope they have the drone footage because I want to see that. But a little girl ran up. Sometimes little kids run up when you're in costume. It always happens. What you might not know is prior to adult entertainment, including Onlyfans, but also studio work, I was a professional children's entertainer, which might be shock, horror, and scandal because, anything involved kids cannot touch or be anywhere near adult stuff, despite the obvious overlap if you think about it. Because it's entertainment. There's overlap in all entertainment. That's the only overlap I'm referring to. But kids run up when you're in costumes. And whenever a child runs up to me when I'm a mermaid or a fairy or a princess or elf, any costume I'm in, I immediately go into kids mode. Because my background, again, is in children's entertainment. I had a blue card. I literally worked with children. It's my first job out of high school. One of my little side activities, because we had on Wednesdays, you can choose an activity at my high school. I did a certificate in early childcare. I like children, I interact with children. So when children run up and when I'm in costume, I immediately go into child mode and I interact and I engage with them. I'm not gonna shoo them away or be nasty when they're excited to see a mermaid just because I now work with Onlyfans and camming and adult studios. I'm not gonna do that. So a little girl, I'm guessing under 5, I can't really remember, ran up, she was excited, I engaged, but my immediate thing when a child runs up and I'm not lying on my stomach is I lift my knees up a bit and I hunch forward to try and hide my chest as much as possible. It's pretty much just a subconscious move now. Even though I was in a full-size bikini and the girl's parent was there, I am curvy and busty, and doesn't matter how big or full coverage a bikini is, it's gonna give a certain impression because that's what happens when you have a larger bust. It's unavoidable. So I try to hide my chest as much as possible when I interact with children. However, editing can very easily manipulate what viewers see, and it's very, very easy for things to be taken out of context or misconstrued in some way. Or if they want to portray a particular narrative, creative editing can really make things seem in that direction. And I know very, very much how people generally see anything involved in entertainment must be kept 100% completely separate for anything related to children, and adult entertainers should not interact with children or be seen by children or anything at all, must be completely different universes and worlds apart. That's its own topic and issue, an unreasonable and unrealistic one, but it is a thing, and I'm not going to go into detail on how silly that is in the first place, but I did realize that could be a potential issue, and it was something I was a little bit concerned about. However, the reason why I agreed to be on the show in the first place is because, one, I did actually think it's an interesting topic. I personally am interested in the role of social media and human psychology, especially looking into things like parasocial relationships and how it works with virtual relationships and virtual creators. It's a growing thing and it's interesting, it's fascinating, and I did want to explore it because it is a subject of interest for me. Of course, too, free promotion on primetime TV. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was a contributing factor. I ran a mermaid business and I had an Onlyfans. Of course, free advertisement is always going to be good. I just, forgot that we're not in a controlled environment and little kids can run up. But the third reason I agreed was because I have many years of experience in the entertainment industry. I have been involved in the adult industry for a decade now, 10 years. But at the same time, I'm a pretty non-threatening creator because my content is, to be blunt, incredibly vanilla. That's why I focus on like the girlfriend experience, because it's more everyday, it's calm, it's like I do cleaning and baking and cooking and going on vlogs and good morning, good night videos. I don't do any of the hard fetishes. My content is really quite calm. There is a fantasy element in it because it is, you know, fairy princess. Sometimes I wear tiaras or crowns, mermaid tails, wings, elf ears. I do the kitty ears a lot. Like, it's a very girly, feminine kind of OnlyFans. And my reasoning was, one, I have experience in talking on camera and to studios and stuff. One of the big things is because it's a conversation that's unplanned, I feel like they encourage you to accidentally let things slip that could be more sensationalized and more entertaining. So this is a TV show. It is meant to be entertaining. You might say something that's a little bit of a mind fart that you didn't really mean, that might be more entertaining on the TV thing, and OnlyFans gets enough of a bad rap as it is. So I thought with my experience on set and talking to cameras and talking to people, I might be a little bit more mindful of what I'm saying so they can't really get too much that can be portrayed negatively about OnlyFans. Two, because my content is quite vanilla and the craziest thing I do is sell body hair, I figured it couldn't seem too bad for viewers who might have their own ideas of OnlyFans. So if they had someone who did do more fetish friendly content, like they might be able to get a more negative reaction to the entire platform website. And I assumed that I would be a relatively safe person to talk about OnlyFans on there because, let's face it, my content's not that threatening even to the most lay vanilla people. They'll think it's weird. I'm certain a lot of people think it's weird, but they're not going to think it's like some crazy or messed up or we must shield society from it, because that's where a lot of the anti-porn rhetoric at the moment is going. You know, how it's degrading, how it's exploitation, how it's just downright evil and anti-feminist and bad for all females and stuff. And really the worst thing you can say about mine is that it's quite performative hyper-femininity, and as a criticism, I feel like it's not really all that terrible because it can apply to so many other forms of entertainment in the first place. Now, the show itself did already have certain narratives and biases they wanted to include. They were very big on foot fetishes, even though up front I stated I don't really do that niche. It's just never been in demand. People haven't requested that from me. But they really want to get the foot fetish in because it's a safe for primetime TV fetish. It's a fairly well-known fetish. It's not that alien or that crazy to people, but it's completely fine to put on primetime national television because, let's face it, a lot of fetishes far less child-friendly. So we did like a cake smash and a glitter oil foot massage video type thing, but everything is safe for work. But then I saw the promo that came out, which is why I am making this video today as kind of just like a little contingency safety thing in case it's just going to reflect incredibly poorly on me. I saw the promo today, and a lot of the promo is focusing on children. Now, the Save the Children rhetoric is nothing new, especially when it comes to porn and adult entertainment. People use the Save the Child rhetoric all the time, even though it does absolutely nothing to actually help children, and in many cases even makes real genuine victims harder to find and rescue who actually need that attention. It distracts people from the real problems to put a fake problem with a fake bandage mask solution on it. And again, that's a whole other issue. I'm not going to go too deeply into it, but the Mirror Mirror promo that's coming out is very much focusing on children and children's safety on the internet. It did talk to the Australian, the Online Securities Act. We have a new thing in Australia that's basically like censoring part of the internet that they think is not, safe for them. So at the moment they're focusing on like cyberbullying and revenge porn, but it has the potential to be very serious. Other people, I'm sure, have mentioned videos on this on YouTube already. I'm not going to go into that either, but they did mention that person in there. And they're talking about how it is unsafe for children and parents not really knowing like what children are getting up to on the internet. And that's when I really got a little, okay, this this can go super bad right now, because I am an OnlyFans creator and there's footage of me as a mermaid on the beach interacting with a child, a young child. Now the child's parent was there. The parent signed the release form waiver. We're on a public beach, like absolutely nothing happened. But I can see that it is possible for them to like make that seem like a mermaid predator type thing if they wanted to. So I'm a little bit worried about that. It comes out tonight. I'm probably not going to watch it because I'm still here tonight, but I'm going home tomorrow. So I think I'm just going to wait till tomorrow to watch the whole thing. But yeah, to me it was meant to just be social media, OnlyFans, like the online relationship with the virtual girlfriend part in there. And now all this promo media is talking about how it's dangerous for children, unsafe for children, how we basically need more better online security to protect children from it. Yeah, let's save the children type rhetoric. Which obviously goes into the territories of things like censorship and how much freedom do adults and everyone have on the internet. Like, we can't make the world PG friendly just for the kids that happen to be around. My sections honestly don't seem like something they can really twist to fit the narrative, because I did like a mermaid on the beach, I had elf ears and a cake smash in the park, we went to a cat cafe and interviewed the cats. There's like a montage of me go to Surfers Paradise on the Gold Coast. Again, one of the biggest beaches in the world, tourist capital, like nothing sus happens. There's the foot oil video. They did video like a completely safe for work camping session where I did actually go online. But it really wasn't anything that I could imagine to be attributed to like, oh no, child safety on the internet. This crazy stuff that's happening on the internet. And since I was already concerned about the way the footage of me as a mermaid interacting with a child can be maybe portrayed negatively, I'm a lot more worried now. Like, a lot more concerned at the moment. Genuinely concerned. I just need some. Way more concerned about that now, because that's like one of the only things I could see them putting in to suit that type of narrative. And it was literally just because I would have had the option of being a total mean bi word to a poor innocent child who just wanted a little bit of magical whimsy in their life because it was a fabric tail. It was not my full silicone tail. Kids that age know it's a costume, but you don't break that magic for them. You don't break that whimsy. You stay in character and you interact with the child. Like, I wasn't going to be this mean, cruel, heartless person telling a kid to go away because I am, oh no, an OnlyFans creator cannot engage. And now that the story is like focusing on the Save the Children angle, my stomach's in nuts right now. I am nervous, like very nervous right now. And decided to film a vlog despite house sitting, not having any of my filming stuff and barely having like proper makeup and things. This is the only thing I could get fine that made me seem like, you know, an e-girl at the time, to do this video just in case it blows up really badly on me tonight. So yeah, Mermaid is out. It's like the season 2, except there's like 2 episodes. I think the first Mermaid only also had a couple of episodes. I don't know if I'm going to be in both episodes. From what I read online, I think I'm just in tonight's. I don't even think they're going to include much of me. I feel like for the segments that I did, it's probably going to be more, oh, weird, mermaid, but clickbait pictures because you're in a tail, and possibly more like fluff pieces, like being in the cat cafe wearing cat ears. I'm hoping my things being quite vanilla means they couldn't be as scandalous as they wanted, because as I mentioned before, even though it might seem like they want to inform, this is a TV show. It wants to entertain. The primary purpose of it is to entertain, even if they're pretending that it's about caring about children's access to the internet, or whether we need more controls on what can be posted and regulations for the internet. Like, you know, starts teetering dangerously into the censorship territory, which we really did not need in this day and age, considering how everything is going. But it's still a TV show on a network, and they want views. They want viewers, so they are going to make it entertaining. And we have so many hours of footage that they got with each person. These were full pack days. You are exhausted by the end of it. When you're exhausted, you don't really think about what you say as much. You're more likely to let something slip that might, again, be sensationalized, be more exciting, be able to portray the characters as weird or strange or creepy or quirky, which is entertaining. Again, most of the people who are on these shows are most likely performers or entertainers of some sort in the first place. We're used to performing and being entertaining, and we're used to people thinking we're the biggest weirdos around. Like, that's not going to be something that's on our head when we are in performance mode. So you should always take anything you see or hear with these shows still with a grain of salt, because they are sensationalized. They are created with a particular bias and a particular narrative from the onset that they want to share. Whether or not they say they're, you know, it's informative, it's to let parents know or whatever, it's still entertainment. And real life is not all that entertaining. You want things to be spicy or crazy or even dangerous, like something that will spike it up and bring more energy into it. But that energy and spark and that entertainment factor can go so badly for people who are in the show if things get portrayed in a way that you weren't prepared for, that was definitely taken out of context, that isn't what you were hoping to portray because it suits their story better. So that's basically why I made this video. I am incredibly nervous right now because Morror comes out tonight, and I interacted with a child as a mermaid, and now I find out that the entire segment is about, oh no, the internet is bad and dangerous for children. Yeah, that can go so badly, like so badly, and I am a little bit petrified that I might become like this terrible bad guy right now. So here is a YouTube vlog that's going to try and share my side of the story preemptively before it comes out, just in case, you know, poop hits the fan tomorrow. I'm not even home to deal with all the stuff there. I am dealing with the stress in an unfamiliar situation while pet sitting. Yeah. On the plus side, they do say all promo is good promotion, right? And I am in the process of starting a brand new YouTube channel, one that's going to be more with the pet stuff that I do, actually. It'll be a lot more less to do with the adult stuff. If you like spicy content, if you like the sex work content and adult entertainment news and what is happening, things I'm talking about, like the Nordic model, for instance, I'm going to do a lot more of that on this channel, the one you're currently in, including talking about Onlyfans, camming, anything like that's on studio, on set, because I do work with actual studios. That's going to be all here on this channel, but I am starting a brand new channel that's going to be a lot more, let's just say, family-friendly content. It's not going to be related to like any of the adult stuff at all. It's going to be focusing more on the animal stuff and the regular daily vlog stuff that I do, because on my OnlyFans, I actually shoot a lot of vlogs. I enjoy vlogs. Hey, if anything, get way more likes and interactions for my regular Safe for Work vlogs on OnlyFans than I ever did for any foot fetish stuff. So, I mean, I do mermaid stuff. That wasn't a lie. I do mermaid stuff and mermaid fantasy things, but I haven't actually posted any mermaid content in a while. I'm even in the process of selling my big silicone tail. So I feel like a lot of it is very out of date now, even though it has just been like 6 months later. But yeah, a lot of things changed in those 6 months. Like, a lot of things are different now. Anyway, this has already gone too long. Hi! If you found me off Morror, I am the weird mermaid lady. And if you're from before, I'm gonna be on Morror tonight, and I really hope it's not going to bite me where the sun don't shine. Anyway, thanks for joining me.